Yeah. All right. How are we doing? Lions. Previously on Kimba TV. I don't know. Maybe Macaulay sweeps that. I don't know. I would feel like, you know, that would be a better opportunity for me on the 75786. You should also be aware of the full range, and so I'm gonna mark 75786 on the smaller one like this, and then I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna mark the 75786 on the bigger one. Okay, so for now we'll do it like this. Always long says, yo, Kimba, I took 5 shots at the long yesterday, kept getting stopped out in profit because I don't want to take a loss after earlier in the week. That's okay. Yeah, that's where we drew it yesterday. So, bad highs. So if you're in a short from like 68,000 or whatever, that's actually Gucci. You swept the bad highs. I have my entry from, anybody want to guess my entry? But but that's why we drew it like this. You had this one, and then you had this one. Yeah, Bugatti, good shit, always long. V001 says, did you take the long? Can we see your long PNL? I knew that was coming. All right, let me log in. I feel like you've been watching me long enough to know it, brother. And by the way, we also did talk about the bad highs getting swept, and I did say that if you're, if you took a short on that 68,000, it wouldn't be bad. You would probably get stopped out and profit. But that was like $1,000 move on the swing fail, was it not? Testnet, obviously. My entry is 65885. What a surprise. It's the 75786. Look at the fees though. God damn. 3,000 already taken away just on fees. If you were paying attention to what I was saying and how I was saying it, is it really that big of a surprise though? Maka says, I have 65873. Good stuff, Maka. And you were here yesterday, right? V001. It's not so much if I took it or not. Because what if I was sleeping, or what if my flight didn't have Wi-Fi? You know this was on my flight, right? So I always tell you guys, but it always comes down to if you know what you're doing or not. Because V001, if I actually was try-harding hella hard, I would have this long, like I have, and if I was really try-harding, I might even have like a short from here as a hedge. I don't, obviously, but it shouldn't surprise you. Alrighty, and I'm pretty sure that we talked about a swing fail pattern of this as a possible short yesterday too for the bears. So obviously, if you did take that, you're doing this. I probably don't even need to do this. Well, what a surprise. So any bears here that took the short of the swing fail pattern, you're thinking to yourself, holy fuck, do not make a higher high. Like of that 67664. Because if you grab that, you're probably gonna go higher. I don't have a YouTube video or a clip that explains my general strategy, but that being said, brother, if you watch me for about 2-3 months, you're gonna know everything that I know. That being said, I have daily YouTube highlights every single day. So if you haven't yet, Taboni, make sure that you watch the YouTube highlights from yesterday's stream, because I literally gave this trade. We talked about it. I even drew the entry and where I would put my stop loss. We talked about this long and this short yesterday, whichever one comes first. So, you know, we drew this box. I even drew like a risk reward thing. And every single trade that you'll see me take, I talk about it days, if not weeks in advance. Alrighty, so if you kind of listen and watch the highlights, you can hear me like pretty adamantly looking for a long, right? So, Brian Tang says, I want to ask, is it okay to invest and put money in spot next year, or is it too late? There is no such thing as too late. So I think you want a dollar cost average. So you should have an idea or a plan on if the price goes below this, I'm gonna buy every X weeks or every X days type of shit. Yeah, and I would also have a time frame, you know. So if the price goes below this level, while it stays below that level for the next 8 months, I will continue to dollar cost average. But it's hard to predict exactly when the opportunity is going to come by. So you just have to have levels prepared, I think. Computer Monster says, a lot of people are talking about biggest crash coming. What you say? I'm going to just take it level by level, Computer Monster. I can't predict the future. Alrighty. So I'm going to take it level by level. I spent all day yesterday planning and telling y'all I'm looking for a long. I took it. Don't be mad at me. What's going on, Zocker? Tough Gnome says, you know what? Another hidden bull div is forming. Fuck. Let's get it. The math is the math, y'all. Quit playing with me. I'm gonna, you know, like my MEXC position ain't that big. It's 39.7. I have like 52 on Kraken. So how about we shave half or maybe 75% on both at like 69.9, 70. It's going to sweep 70, so it's going to go higher, but I don't really need to get too cute like that. I don't know. What do you want to do? What are you guys doing? There's no right or wrong. Have fun with it. Let me be the little pussy that closes everything at 69.9. Do you? If you want to swing for 100, there's nothing wrong with that. So I would really I really want to stress that I don't know about 100K today, but it could surely take its time and go there. So, well, I don't know about 100, but Mota says you're not using TapBit. I tried. But if I didn't even get fulfilled on MEXC or Kraken, I'm probably not even bothering with TapBit. They kind of take priority. So, I don't know if you can, but my dumbass has a really hard time juggling 3-4 multiple accounts. I got to do one at a time. So have you noticed that I usually get filled on either Kraken or MEXC first, and then whichever one I'm not filled on, I will get caught up on that one? TapBit and Blowfin would have filled me if it had swept these. I was like, okay, let me use TapBit and Blowfin for that. And I feel like if you watch me long enough, you're gonna understand this. What is this? So if you didn't get filled because you were waiting for this, you're not wrong, you know, but we're gonna save that shit for later. you know, and that's why I had already gone in with my plan talking about I'm gonna take that bitch, and I'm gonna take that bitch because it's too much overlap. So, and on top of that, like as it did this bullshit, it did like a CVD bull div, like it was nice, right? It built up momentum, but that's okay. But also, we talked about it yesterday. So, Mirino, watch this. Watch this. Gentlemen, what would be some things that I would want to see, and maybe we would want to see if we are going to take a short attempt? And it doesn't really matter if maybe your goofy ass gets the Pico top at like 70,400 or something because you randomly had a limit there that got filled. I wouldn't recommend doing goofy shit like that. But the how high it goes doesn't really matter, you know? What would matter, for example, brother, is if we see 300 million in shorts all get stopped out. Then I'm gonna fucking short after all those dummies get stopped out. Make sense? Okay. What if it starts making like a hidden CVD bear div or a really big regular CVD bear div? You know? Because maybe it's one or the other instead of a combination. You know, maybe only 200 million gets squeezed. On the flip note, what kind of data would we see that should turn us off to doing a short? Okay, because I'm not gonna short if those fuckers are not squeezed. Because it's gonna go higher when they get squeezed. Right, Mirino? So, I hope that makes sense. It's not really like I don't want anybody to get really married to like a level. We should get married to like the data, yeah? Fuck. I can't wait for my computer to get here. I got like a super sick brand new shit. Should be here in like a week. That's what I'm gonna connect to the 57. And we're gonna start trading alts. There you go. That's your next level. Schwiggity schwaggity ho. Damn, I was almost about to take this golden pocket. Coulda, shoulda, woulda, right? I was almost about to take this golden pocket retest. All right, well, that's okay. The math is the math. I hope you guys are juicing. Let's get nasty. I would, yeah, 157 swing fail would be the next thing probably. Biddy getting nasty. Biddy getting nasty. Get nasty, Bugatti. Yup, easy, just a little quick little bola retest, and there you go. I mean, it was cool to see the bullish retest on the 75786, but you know what it is. We called it before it even was, when it was like down here. You break that high, you're gonna make a higher high. So there you go. So just mathing, just probabilities. All right, anyways, we Gucci? It would be nice to see a TP live, yeah? I probably have like an hour and a half left. Bravo, I don't know if that was good enough for you, brother. You know, I think you're good enough to be able to spot CVD, RSI divergences, pull fibs, and shit like that. But it has surpassed a level that should have been resistance, and so you know, you might be looking at 157, something like that, brother. Do you have a specific question? Brian Tang says, can I ask how long will this volatility last? I hope for fucking forever. As traders, this is really the only thing that you can ask for, brother. This is money making time. So I hope it lasts forever. Lihu says Nvidia still pumping like a degen. Shout outs to Silicon Valley. Shout outs to technology companies. Fucking Silicon Valley just putting the American economy on its back. Straight up. Mr. Easy Time, Chalub, Dorgum, Lee Kwok, Lord Banda, Simonov, Nikolai, Coke Zero, always long. Swap BZ says shorts closing good. Yup, exactly. Y'all know what it is. Bugatti money. Maka, Rooney, Azaz, Rothboss, Fibception. The way it is says 2:30-minute. Ooh, the way it is busting out some time things. Okay. And remember, the way it is, you can compensate that time with or without the confluence. And you know what I mean? Because it might be quick. Roger that. So if there's like 100, I would say if there's 150, 200 million in open interest closing, that would be good enough for me to just fuck it, go to the 5-minute, to be honest with you, the way it is. As soon as the 5-minute bottom is set, I'm pulling that fib and I'm trying to get in. Something like that. But maybe we get an opportunity today on stream. Oh, so let me adjust this then. So what are we doing? 75%? Navio, longs opening. Yeah, I would love that too. Hey, I mean, what if we just get the fucking trifecta, ladies and gentlemen? What if you get 300 million in shorts closing, 100 million in longs opening at the top, hidden bear div, shorter time frame regular bear div because it does like almost like a double top or like a 3 drives or like a wick failed auction setup. And swing fail or like a failed auction. Alrighty. So you remember yesterday's thing, right? That was, we literally drew all this. Okay. So took it, and now we're watching this. Why is that level important? Because that's the swing levels. Okay, we make sure you have identified levels of interest. Okay, but you remember when we talked about this? Yesterday we talked about how this was a long and this was a potential short, if you remember. Alrighty. So the first swing failure pattern didn't really work because it made a higher high. Okay, but whoever it was, you should take credit, put your hand up. But somebody was asking, could this be a failed auction on the smaller time frame? And we looked at it and we said, oh shit, yes. And what we said was, well, bulls, you do not want to lose that level. And watch out for a bearish retest. And it literally lost the level and it pixel fucked. And it might be doing a bearish retest. Snap dizzle for shizzle. But most of you veterans, most of you OGs, I mean, that's just like kindergarten TA. So I don't think you really needed any of that, but that's where we are. Alrighty. So from here, you would starting to think, okay, well, where is the volume support? Where's the mathematical support? You know, how long would I tolerate these candlesticks, these time candles to be below the 67,750? Should I be on the 15-minute time frame? Should I be on the 30-minute time frame? Those are all the things that you be thinking about if you're long, for example. There is no right or wrong. If you're in a short, you're saying, holy fuck, stay below that yellow line. Hands up if you're in the short. Hey, who was the gentleman that was asking about the failed auction? Hands up if you were the lion that was talking about the failed auction. So whoever that was, I mean, shout outs to you, good eye. The question is what time frame are you going to tolerate as confirmation? Or maybe you're already on the 5-minute and you said, fuck it, the bullish retest was done, Bugatti, let's get nasty. Tom, was that you, Tom? Good shit, Tom. And Tom, did you see that bearish retest? Yo, these are 1-minute candles. You see it, Tom? And it's important that you see it because sometimes it may not do this, but most of the time it does. And that bearish retest is when you know, okay, let's get nasty. Alrighty? And let's say for example that you shorted here. Do you know what the book says your TP should be? It's a combination of VWAP, volume, and fib in that order. Nikki Dubs says, I'm part of the 300 million in shorts. That's okay, Nikki Dubs. Yeah, one thing that I would want to make clear, Nikki, and everybody else that might be in a short right now is there's nothing wrong with being in a short. Do you, boo-boo? You know? Are certain bear divs still holding and still anticipatory? Yes. Yeah, and I'm not entirely convinced if S&P is actually bullish tomorrow on weekly options expirations. I'm going to definitely have to see what the Bugammas look like. But this could just do like a head and shoulders or a like a failed auction on S&P, and we could lose 5150, in which case we would probably rotate back down to 5120 and then maybe even go lower to sweep. You know? So, yeah, man. Yeah, there's actually, it's kind of inconclusive as of right now. That being said though, Nikki, the higher probability would be based off of structure that we go and make higher highs. And that's kind of undeniable. But when I say things like higher probability, I'm talking about like 58%. I'm not talking like, 80% chance we're going to go break 69.5. I'm talking like 65, 68 type of shit. So, yeah, there's definitely nothing wrong with being in a short. The only thing that would probably worry you is that it's as soon as one of y'all start to pussyfoot, it's gonna start to cascade, right, Nikki? So that's great that you guys are all shorting together, but you guys are gonna be real cannibalistic as soon as the opportunity starts to show. You know, so as soon as the guy that wants to get out first gets out, that's the domino effect that it's gonna trigger. So then it's a race for all of you shorters to get out, get out earlier than the next guy, because that liquidation squeeze is going to be quick. But yeah, let's get it. Let's get it. I'm rooting for you. Longers, I'm rooting for you. Shorters, I'm rooting for you. You know what it is. I want everybody to juice the fuck up. And if you happen to not juice up as much or things don't go the way that you want, then at least you can learn and improve and juice up on the next one. So there really is no right or wrong. I'm rooting for you, Nikki. Sounds good? Ladies and gentlemen, happy Thursday, y'all. The Bugatti is the Bugatti. Longers, I'm rooting for you. Shorters, I'm rooting for you. Bulls, bears, we're all lions. This is a laptop stream. I don't have the Sato clip, okay? Sato, tell them what happens if they don't use stop loss. Kachoi Shiba! Arr. He has that little erring once he realized that he knocked out his camera. You guys are the best. Stay safe.